Hi everybody, welcome back. Brad again. It is the 30th of May, I think it is, 2017. I'm documenting my journey to the world titles as a fitness model competitor. I'm in my lounge room. Welcome. I want to talk about how I had to let my competition coach go yesterday, and also I want to talk about some of the politics of getting first place in a very recent fitness competition that I did last weekend. I really want to talk about this. It was kind of a hard decision to make. I was working with a competition coach since September last year, September 2016. And I sort of, over the past couple of months, I just felt like my competition coach wasn't as supportive as what I would want her to be. And, most recently I was doing a water loading in preparation for the last competition, and it almost cost me the competition. I spoke to a lot of people about it and the kind of water loading protocol that she put me on, and I blew right out, and everyone was telling me how crazy it was and how that water loading schedule was stupid and everything else. And consequently it meant that I had to take a bunch of diuretics on the Friday afternoon, Friday evening, to try and flush out as much of that water that was in my system as possible. Actually, I'll flash it up on your screen real quick. The water loading schedule she gave me meant that on Friday I would be consuming 9 liters of water, and everybody I spoke to, coaches and competitors and, sports dietitian, and even some MMA guys that do this on a regular basis, said that it was crazy for someone to load me the day before a competition with so much water when they would only have no more than 500 milliliters, less than half a liter the day before the competition or weigh-in. Anyway, so it meant being on a bunch of diuretics, and I wasn't happy with that, and I felt like she could have done better. And then I thought about it more. I thought, well, she's never been to any of my competitions to even support me or anything like that. And I knew that, months ago she mentioned that she doesn't go to competitions to watch. She did tell me that in the past, but since I've now competed a few times now, I realize that it's quite important as a competitor to have a coach there. It's no different than any other sport like tennis. Nadal's uncle sitting in the box supporting Nadal through a tournament. The tennis players' coaches are always there. The basketball coaches are always there. The team coaches are always there. I just feel like it's, maybe not the right fit for me to have someone that's not there on the day to support me through the process when all my other competitors have their coaches there on the day supporting them on stage. I just kind of wish that my coach did that, but she's not into it. So look, I thought about it based on those grounds, and I'm like, well, maybe it's best that I don't work with her anymore. And so I made the decision to let it go and not work with her anymore. Made that decision yesterday. I had 4 or 5 other sessions with her, maybe $300-400 worth of, coaching one-on-one sessions, and I've decided to forfeit them. I think it's just in my best interest to move forward on my own and carry myself forward to the world stage. Could be the worst decision I've ever made, but I'll certainly, we'll see what happens. The world titles is only 3 weeks away. 3.5 weeks away right now, so I'm pretty much just continuing my training and meal plans and so forth, and just doing everything off my own back. So that's that. At the moment I have no coach. So yeah, that's that. Now the second piece I wanted to talk about was sort of politics. Now I don't really want to talk about politics, but I don't really like politics. Like the politics of competing. I did a fitness competition last weekend, right? Today's Tuesday, and I did a competition last Saturday, and I got first in one division, I got third in the other division, and that caused a bit of tension in the backstage area. Not with, like, I didn't have any face-to-face interactions. I noticed a bit of negative energy on, being directed toward me. Maybe because I beat a few people and they got pissed off with it or something like that. I don't know. And that's part of the sport that I don't really want to get involved in. I don't really care about that side of it. I just walk in, I do my thing, and then I go home, Like, I don't really care about that side of the sport. But there are people that bring negative energy to the sport, and they shouldn't be in it. But that's just part of it, the politics of it. But one of the judges actually reached out to me directly and mentioned that I should just ignore any of that kind of negative energy. That I was granted first place, third place on, it was a fair competition. It was a fair judging call, yada yada yada. So then, that's what I was told via direct message by one of the judges. So at the end of the day, like, I think I wanted to share that with the world. I think it's important if you're going to be competing. You do it for the love of trying to be the best person you can be on stage, and also be the best person you can be within yourself. And you should always be aiming to outdo yourself, and and just don't give a fuck about what other people think or say or do. Whatever happened on Saturday, I never had any confrontations with anybody, but there was certainly a lot of conversation going on. I could hear my ears burning off, but I don't care. I really don't care. I don't give a shit what other people say, think, or do. But yeah, that's what I wanted to mention. So that is it. I'm going to sign off. It's Tuesday morning. I am, having my long black over here, just like this. Cheers. And getting ready for the world titles in 3.5 weeks from now. I think like 26 days from now. So I pretty much have full control over my nutrition, my training, and everything like that. Pretty much won't be modifying really much moving forward. Be doing a little bit more high intensity interval training in addition to the weight training that I'm doing, and calorie restricted carb cycling. Nothing really surprising there, just kind of trying to get a little bit leaner. I've bounced up to 93 kilos. My stage weight 3 days ago was 87.0, I think. If it's wrong, I'll flash up the correct weight on the screen in editing, but 87.0, now I'm 93.0. But that's normal. I know now that after a competition, 2 or 3 days, when I eat meals, like when I go to a restaurant or have, a donut, or, I have, go out and have a few meals that are not part of any meal planning, and have a little bit more sodium than usual, then that's completely normal. So I'm not going to get upset about it. It's part of the process. I can easily chop that down with a bit of water retention and that kind of stuff. So anyway, that is it for me. Have an awesome day, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll give you a proper update tomorrow or the day after. Have an awesome day.
And how will we ever feel that while